It's now virtually certain that the BJP's national executive, which kicks off on Goa tomorrow, will announce a national role for Narendra Modi, not as the party's prime ministerial candidate, but as the head of its campaign committee for the Lok Sabha elections. A suggestion by LK Advani to have a second committee for the state elections has been brushed aside in a clear indication that the BJP doesn't want multiple captains to create confusion around Modi's leadership.
Armed with a stunning 6-0 victory, top sources confirm that the BJP is poised to announce Mr. Narendra Modi as the head of its election committee this weekend, effectively making him the face of the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2014. But with a boost to Narendra Modi came a possible snub to a veteran leader. 85-year-old LK Advani's attempt to scuttle Modi's chances hit a roadblock, with the party shooting down his two-committee pitch for elections. Advani had pitched that while Mr. Modi's team could lead the party's strategy for the national election, another committee headed by former BJP President Nitin Gadkari would steer efforts for upcoming state elections. But Gadkari played it safe and refused the offer. Advani wanted to send a signal that Narendra Modi is one amongst senior leaders and not the top one. But in a clear rebuff to Mr. Advani, the BJP has rejected his idea of two in charges for two election committees, voicing concerns over their functioning. The logic for the party is clear. Narendra Modi has emerged as the biggest vote getter in Wednesday's by-poll election results. The announcement that is likely to come on Sunday will see Mr. Modi campaign extensively across this country with a special focus on Uttar Pradesh.
पार्टी अगर जीतनी चाहिए तो नरेंद्र मोदी को प्रोजेक्ट किया तो जीतने के चांसेस आसार बढ़ जाते हैं. कब करना चाहिए इसका टाइम टेबल कार्यकारिणी ने तय करना चाहिए.
अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी आज देश में अलग अलग जगह पे प्रगति कर रही है तो उस नेतृत्व में श्री नरेंद्र मोदी भी अग्रिम पांत के अंदर है.
यदि लोकसभा का चुनाव होता तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी की जितनी जरूरत भारतीय जनता पार्टी को है उतने ही जरूरत जनता दल यूनाइटेड को बिहार में है. ये संवाद स्पष्ट रूप से जाना चाहिए और ये स्पष्ट रूप से आप जनता दल यूनाइटेड के कार्यकर्ताओं से भी इस बात की पुष्टि करा सकते हैं.
And so while Narendra Modi may not be named as the prime ministerial candidate, making him the head of the election committee would be closest to a coronation, at least for now. In New Delhi with Akhilesh Sharma, Alok Pandey, NDTV.
All right, so is now the formal coronation of Narendra Modi virtually confirmed in Goa as the head of the campaign management team, or still there could be a twist in the tail when it comes to the BJP? Krishna Prasad, of course, continue to stay with us, but I'm also joined by Devang Nanavati of the BJP, Rita Bahuguna Joshi of the Congress also joining me. Thanks very much indeed, both of you, for coming in. Devang, now, is it almost clear, given now the voices that we're hearing increasingly coming out of Goa, that that decision to formalize Mr. Modi's role as the head of the campaign committee is certain?
Well, Vasu, you know, I have been ad nauseum repeating it on not only on your channel but everywhere where I am called to speak on this topic.
Yes.
That Mr. Modi is one of the tallest leaders in the BJP, not only in the BJP but on the national political front.
Right.
Whether you agree with him or not, that's a different matter. But at the end of the day, within the BJP, he is the most likely one to lead BJP in the next campaign. BJP as a political party has its own process of selecting and finalizing that decision if and when it happens.
So
and as we draw closer, as the elections are coming closer, that decision will have to be taken.
Okay, can I put that to Rita Bahuguna
I'm not
Joshi?
saying it's most likely. He is certainly one of the top front runners. He's one of the front runners.
Okay.
We cannot deny. We would be naive to say that Mr. Modi is not the top front runner for the post. I mean, every senior leader of the BJP has said it. You just showed the clippings. We just heard them.
Yeah. In fact, it's gone beyond that, with some of them saying that it should be done straight away. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, does that worry you now as Modi's formalization is near complete? Are you anxious, particularly because Modi might be heading in your direction to Uttar Pradesh?
Well, the first comment is that that it's an internal issue of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they have to decide who is the tallest, who is the medium, and who is the small leader within their setup. And it is for their executive committee or anybody to decide what they want to do.
Yes.
As far as Modi ji is concerned, very interesting developments have taken place today. I got what information I got, and what I saw on the TV was Advani has been snubbed, and a very strong message has been sent to Nitish Kumar ji that as much as we need him, you also need him. So very interesting political developments are going on. As far as UP is concerned, UP is a thoroughly secular state. And for only a few years, 2 or 3 years, they faltered when the Faizabad issue came up, when the Babri Masjid and Ram Janmabhoomi issue had come up. And the BJP was totally exposed within 3 years. And their tallest leaders, the Hindutva leaders, were from UP. And the people shunned them, they rejected them, and BJP is at its lowest step today in UP.
Okay, you're saying that you're not worried.
If Modi ji comes to UP, we are not at all worried.
You're not worried by Narendra Modi coming to UP
before the people
or anywhere else. All right, can I just Devang, can I just ask you that before I come to the wider the contest with the Congress, that the rise of Narendra Modi seems to have also been at the cost of steamrolling over some of your own party leaders like L.K. Advani, who wanted to have this other position for someone who would head the state campaign committee for the state elections. Nitin Gadkari was his choice. That didn't quite work out. Is this going to be a problem? That Narendra Modi's leadership will lead to the sidelining of anybody who's against his rise within your own party?
Vasu, two issues separately I'll answer, and please don't read anything to them beyond what I'm really genuinely saying. That one is that whenever in a democratic political party, which is not governed either by a dynasty or a high command as some of the parties are, whenever the position to decide, many tall political leaders will throw their hat in the ring to lead the party, and that is what is happening within the BJP also. In America we call it primaries. In India we don't have that formal rule, so we go through this process where everybody has a preference, everybody has a view, everybody has a choice, and it gets democratically settled. And with the advent of modern day media, I mean, it comes out, some things come out in the open, which is unfortunate, but well, there are views and it will be settled through a process.
Okay, can I just, before you come to your second point, can I just bring in Krishna Prasad here? What we're seeing in the BJP right now, is it just simply a case of the democratic tensions within a political party as it tries to settle on a leader, or are we actually seeing the sidelining of anybody who tries to take on Modi?
I think it's both those, right? I think you're seeing at one level, I mean, you cannot discount the fact that Mr. Modi, whatever we might think of him for whatever he did in 2002, seems to have really carried his way through and through. He's been single-minded in his devotion, single-minded in his aspiration for this top job, and he's really ensured, and he's been helped by the fact that he's won state election victories, he's won a by-election yesterday, etc., and so on and so forth. So it seems to be that regardless of what we think, the man has crafted his way through. At the same time, you also cannot deny that there's a huge PR and media machinery which is behind him,
and also creating a lot of friction within the party
for
itself.
Sure, but also it clearly also seems to be that there are contenders and there are contenders, but Mr. Modi, by the sheer weight of his performance and by the sheer weight of his personality, seems to be carrying his way through.